Grakkis is a sand-swept desert ruin. Once home to a planet-spanning forest of unfathomably large trees, it is now that forest's graveyard. Its stone-like petrified remains like looming monoliths through the ages. It was not our plan to come here, but our ship, the Scarab, had other ideas. We fell out of hyperspace with Grakkis looming before us and are now forced to land. We are a science team, not explorers. Hopefully our training will save us, along with our trusted AI helper, Luna, to find a way back off this barren waste of a planet.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I appreciate you coming by and watching me continue my playthrough of Unsettled. In this scenario, this episode, we're going to be continuing to tackle the planet of Grakkis with our two explorers, Fiona, the orange character, and Alice, the blue character. They're both scientists stuck on this planet trying to figure out how we're going to construct the accumulator pylons to get energy to our ship to get it charged up so we can leave. We're stuck here. Bad stuff happens. Along the way, we got the help of our friend Luna, who's our trusty AI robotic companion, and we're researching technologies on the planet trying to get better. However, there's a couple corrections I need to make.
Doug, you made an error. You should be kicked off the science team, you putz.
None of which were truly profound or big deal. One was I had the miniatures mixed up. I moved her there instead. I should have moved blue there. That's all fixed. The other one was real simple. I did do discovery here. I needed to place a token down. That is done. The other one was a little more complicated. When I moved, there was a time space here. I looked here. There wasn't a time space, but I didn't see that one. So in reality, when she moved to this space at the end of her turn, when she placed her last die, which has already been done, we would have activated the storm. We would have been on this space with the storm, which is where we're at now. So what happens then? Well, a couple things. Let's go down to the table and look. However, so I'm going to move on from the corrections. We're just going to fix this and then continue our playthrough. So I'm not going to do any preamble after that. I'm just going to keep playing. And this is a bummer because we're going to take the stress for the storm starting in our space. At least one of us will. We'll solve it for the other one before it's a problem. But the storm has gone to ground, and now the storm is on the ground. It's roiling and hurting us. The next thing we have to do is we're going to flip over the next of these cards. It says Ferocious Thundershock. All local heroes, that means this was the blue character when this happened, are going to get, if they're grounded, they're going to get an insight. So that means that our character Alice is going to get an insight in engineering. And that's all that happens because this happened on her turn. The storm went to ground on her turn. However, it does affect both of the characters. Now, had she been elevated, we would have had to tick down and die. Okay, that was it. That's it. So we're going to move on to our next turns. Now, whoever I play first is going to get a distress, which I hate them. They're bad. They're really bad. And we don't really have anybody that can take away distress that effectively either, except for the ship, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and take the turn. So in the storm, when you start your turn in the storm, I believe that's when it happens. Only gain distress when they start their turn in storm. Well, that just happened because we really couldn't control it. So here we are. We'll start with Fiona. She has started her turn in the storm, which means she is going to get a distress. We'll figure out how to get rid of the distress. I know that we can. It's not the end of the world, but it sucks. Okay, so let's see what she gets here. Now, she got impaired. When gain, resolve the storm effect. Okay, that means she's grounded, so she would gain a insight. This is not a bad thing for us. I'll take it. And if the crew has 4+ distress, we don't. We would lose our trust, but we don't have that. Now, here's the problem. I have to place this on a space, and I think I'm going to place it on recover. For some reason, I don't tend to use recover very often, and it does block that space until we've corrected it. So we're in a position now where we have to correct course there. And so we started Fee's turn. She hasn't done anything yet. We've started it. We're going to see what we can do to try and not continue to take this problem here that we have. But let's continue on. Okay, the good news for Fiona is that if you are grounded, you may take a brief interlude to uptick a die. I don't really need to do that, though it's cool that it's there. I do, however, have two materials there. It would certainly be nice to grab them. We also have the actions for Luna. I think what I'm going to have Luna do is use the bionic tether to pull her up into being elevated. Oh, no, wait. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have her do that to Alice, who then will be elevated and won't take a distress when the storm comes around to her turn. Of course, there's the time factor. So, okay, let's do this first. I think for our first action, we are going to we're going to gather material. So how does that work? Well, you can kind of see the board over here. So if we use the right die, which would be this one here, we're going to tick it down one, and that's going to go right there, which means we're going to be able to gather these two materials here and place them there. Now here's the good news. Wait, I don't have any energy, do I? I didn't do anything with energy. I did not. Okay, I guess they just got tossed up into there. I only need, this is what I was going to say, I only need the 2 energy now to acquire and get the ability to be able to go up to here. As I flipped over. Anyway, I think I put it down. That way we're going to go up to here. We're going to place our sight down. We have to be elevated, which Alice will be. We'll get her up that direction, and then we can make the build site. There's a whole bunch of other things that we have to do there, by the way. First off, we have to have engineering, which she's close to getting. She'll probably get it this turn. Alice will, rather. And then we have to use our die, place the pylon, and we have to spend all these resources. So we do need energy. It's really easy to get energy, but no, we're not going to do it with Fiona. Fiona is then going to take, I think, she may not be moving, like physically moving this turn, which is kind of weird. Where will she go? Let me think about this a little more. Well, we don't have to move, so anyway, we're not going to. I'm going to take her blue die, and we're going to tick it down one again to here, and I am going to use the bionic leash of Luna. Bionic leash says, tick it down, we did. Adjust the elevation of an explorer within 1 node of Luna. Well, it happens to be that Alice is in the same node as Luna, so that's pretty easy to deal with, which means that she's going to pop up here. She's now elevated.
Activating bionic leash.
And that's going to save her from getting distressed from the storm, unless the storm goes back down to grounded. Or, sorry, goes back up to elevated, rather. Then, of course, our last die, we're going to have to rest it. It's going to go up to a 3. That's good, because this is a good thing for us. We didn't get a lot of that, unfortunately. We didn't get any more insight. We didn't get to do a lot there, but we still have Luna. Luna gets to do things. And what we're going to do with Luna is go exploring. So she's going to move.
Moving to new sector.
We have gone up here to the, it's going to take time, but we do get insight by moving up there. It's 2 times. That's rough. Wow. Settler's Oasis, if you are grounded, you are immune to the storm and its effects there. Well, we are not grounded. She is not grounded at all. So Luna is there. Unfortunately, that's not very helpful. I don't want to spend 2 time to go up there. What do we got here? If we're petrified, we're not petrified. We're not anything. At this point, we would get an insight there just by moving into that space here. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Okay, so Luna moved up there. I think what we'll have Luna do then next is, oh, wait a second. Moving there is not, well, I already did it. Moving there isn't good for her because she got to get grounded. She won't be able to. She's not a space away now. I mean, Alice can have Luna move back, I suppose. We do need to clear the way up to there and see what we need to do. Okay, so what we're going to do, okay, that marks the, no, we got one more thing to do. We're going to roll a die for, let's see, she's going to collect data, right? So Luna's going to collect data there.
Scanning for data.
Roll the die. My luck continues. 1 data. So we got 1 data there, rather, to pick up. Not very data plentiful planet, I see. That marks the end of her turn. So we do tick up a time just because she rested her die. We got to get that in place. And then we're just going to collect her dice from various parts on the board. And she's got a 1, 3, 1, and they are collected. Now we're moving on to Alice. So I think what Alice is going to do first is I do want her to tether. I got to move Luna back, unfortunately. We're going to move Luna back here.
Moving to new sector.
And then we're going to have Luna search for data there. Why not? I mean, it doesn't hurt anything to do that, and we get the best use out of Luna that way. Let's roll our die.
Scanning for data.
Oh, look! A 1. There's not that many 1s on this die. Anyway, there's also a data there. Okay, that was Luna. Now, we are going to spend a die to leash Fiona back up into the nethers with this ability, with the leash, with Luna. We will do that using the orange die. We're going to tick that down to 1. And that is going to leash Fiona up into the sky away from the storm.
Activating bionic leash.
That's done so far. We got one more die to spend with Alice. I need her to get the engineering trait, so I think what we might do, I got a free move, and can do some things. So I think we're going to take our free move with her, and we're going to move here. Like I could have moved with a free move with Alice, but I didn't want to yet. Because we got to go back this way too. Okay, look, only one time to move to here. That's good. Then it says sinuous boost, hitch a ride. You may adjust your elevation just by using a die. It takes the die, but it doesn't tick it up or down. That's interesting. I don't mind that at all. But she didn't get anything for moving there. That was her free move. And then for her die, she's going to investigate, because we can. No, we can't. We got 2 things out of it. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have, wait, before I moved, I could investigate this, right? Luna is there. I am elevated. Yeah, we'll investigate. We're not going to investigate this. We're going to do this. So she's going to take her green. No. This is not working out the way I wanted. I guess we'll take her blue die. It's going to uptick it, actually. That's fine. It's better than a sharp stick in the eye, I guess. I'm not playing efficiently. Very bad to do in this game. So we tick this up. Luna's there. Prerequisite. Luna must be there, and we must be elevated. And then we get the paste pouch. So we have done this discovery. That is great, which means we take this big puck and we put it back over here, and we're going to get an anomaly. So let's see what anomaly we're going to get. Let's shuffle them up a little bit. Unfortunately, that did not give us any insight, which we really, really need. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's see. Petrified. Now we got the petrified status. Now how this works is we're going to keep this with us just like this until we end up using it. I think we can use it. Smash to smithereens. Discard green and blue. Discard green and blue.
It means discard the card, Doug. You are a major doofus, you know.
Place the resulting resources on your node. I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to look that up. But we have to. But it doesn't matter because we have to have science there anyway, which she is going for engineering. She'll go for science next. I'll put that with her board. She does have this anomaly. It's just not going to do anything for her right now. Okay, that was 2 of her dice, unfortunately. So her, unfortunately, that means that her 1 die is already maxed out. She's going to rest it. It's not going to do any good. And we're going to go up 1 more time. And then she moves to there 1 more time. Okay, that's where we're at. Man, it's going to go fast. We're going to end up in the storm again. We're going to have to come down to the ground before it's too late. Oh, man, it's good. The reason I didn't want to move is because of all the time it's taking to get around here. Look at how much time it takes to get anywhere up there. That is really bad. But that's the end of both turns. We've got all the time done. I'm going to collect her dice. Good news is she's got a lot of dice use to go, Alice does. We're back around to Fiona. We'll take 1 more turn this episode because I'm really struggling with how to get this done. So I think I need to, now that I'm into the game and understanding a little bit about the planet, I need to pause and think through some of the things I'm trying to do. Okay. I can take a brief interlude there. I'm not grounded, so I can't do that. I'm airborne. I can move, but it'll cost me time. What do we want to do? I could investigate, which would put my die down. Well, I could traverse. Doesn't help me because I still have to spend the time. I think I'm going to have to spend the time. We got to go up that way, and I got to help. I have to help Alice up there. Whew, gosh, this is crazy. So I can take my free move, go up there. I don't have any statuses like petrified, so it doesn't help me to move there. I mean, I could take my free move here and then go up here with a traverse. Cost me nothing to go here. I don't know what it's going to cost me to go here. Let's do that. We're going to move there. Okay. No, that's a bad move. I don't want to move Luna out though either. Oh my gosh, this is so challenging. Well, I need to have Luna. No, I don't need to have Luna to build a pylon. I just need to have Luna to continue to elevate us up and down. So it's super important. If I leave Luna here, the good news is even if I'm here, she can use the tether on us to bring us up and down. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to move here. Doesn't do anything, costs nothing. We're going to spend this die, tick it down to 2, to use our Zealot. We're going to use the traverse action, even though we're not taking anybody with us. It's going to give us a insight, which we desperately need, so we can get that robotics insight up there. Then, with that traverse, she's going to move here. Oh, look at that. No time. There is a diffused gas there. We're going to put the token there to show that that exists there. It says, if grounded, we get materials, but we're not grounded. We're in the air. But it took no time to go there, and we get an insight. This is very, very good news for us. So I think we're really not going to win. We're going to run out of time. I mean, it's just going to be awful. And she's still impaired, which blocks that spot. Anyway, the good news is we got robotics insight. Look, we got one more insights. We're going to go back to here. I think I'm just going to switch it to chemistry. We got our robotics insight. That's awesome. Now, again, when using this ability, it says that there has to be robotics present. No problem. As long when we're together, it'll be fine. We'll get to do that. But we also get a robotics ability. Let's see what we get. Now this is going to allow Luna to do more, usually at the cost of data or other resources. Let's see what we get. It's data. Execute reverse yeet Y33T. Place an explorer one node closer to Luna's node. Oh, that's good. Okay, so this is a permanent new ability for Fiona. It costs her data to do this, but she can now pull and push people, which will reduce the amount of time we're spending on things. So, I don't want to move Luna yet because of, I think we're going to need to get tethered. In fact, I think that Alice is going to have to tether herself, or tether, well, I don't have any more dice. No, I have 2 more dice. What are you talking about? That was only my first die. I think, though, I could make Alice grounded again with the storm, because I think the storm's going to change. No, she'll start her turn there. I can't do it. She can only do herself. In this case, I could ground her. She could ground herself. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, right? So she could ground herself there, and she could ground herself there. This only happens when you are entering, so it doesn't really help us. And we can't go north, so it doesn't really help us. Okay, I think what we'll do is we're going to do this. We're going to tick this die up. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. That's going to be our rest die. So we'll put the time marker up by 1. And then with this last die, unfortunately, we're going to burn it to tether herself down back to the ground. The reason I'm doing that is because once we go more time, the storm's going to trigger again, and it's going to come back to the elevated space. So if she's grounded, she's in good shape. So she has gone back down into the storm, but she knows that the storm is starting to pass. So there you go. Sadly, that's going to mark the end of her turn. Everything is done. All her time is spent, and her dice are where they're at. Now we go on to Alice. Now, Alice is going to take 2 time to move to that space up there, but we've got to get there. We're also missing the energy. So we know what she's doing this turn, I think. Okay, let's start with Luna. Okay. I could move Luna to her space. You know what? I don't need Luna to tether. We have, and I can do this without even impacting the die. This is great. So we're going to take this die, we're going to place it here to hitch a ride. That will bring Alice back down out of the storm before she moves. She's still got her free move. Now for her next die, we need, you know what, I may not have done that with the right die. I think we're not. We're not going to do this die. Let's do this. We're going to do this die. No, never mind that either. It'll be this one. That's the die we used, and I'll tell you why as you look at this. We need this die to gather energy. We're going to put this up here. It's going to take it down to here, but because we use the orange die, we get to create 1 plus 1 if we use that. So we now have the 2 energy we need to build the pylon. We're most of the way there. Don't have the science component yet, and of course, as the last resort, let's get the storm over with. As the last resort, we're going to move this to 1, or to 3 rather. We're going to bump it up to 3 and rest that die, which puts us at the storm. I still have my free move. We just have to, we can do this in any order we want. So I still got my free move, and I still have Luna. We might be, this is going to be good. Okay. So we go onto there. The storm goes back up and is now elevated. Okay, and then we have to draw, guess what? A brand new card. So we're going to put this one on the bottom. We're going to see what we get. Energy Storm, Savage Hailstorm. All explorers are immediately grounded. We're already grounded. And we lose, oh no, we lose materials. Bummer. Well, actually, that's the good news of not going with Luna next, because here's where we're good. We still have Luna. Let's deal with that. Okay, Luna moves here, no problem, and she moves.
Moving to new sector.
And she's going to gather some materials there. Let's see what she can gather. Now, Luna can gather materials, I think, right? She can't collect them. Is that right? She can gather them, but she can't collect them. I'm going to double check that. I want to make sure I'm not cheating. Yeah, it says right on the cheat card. So we can do that. Look, come on, more than 1, please. A 2. That's okay. I'll take a 2. There are 2 materials here. We can get that and move up to there, and we'll have everything we need for the pylons. Okay, our final move, we're going to go to here. This bummer, because it's going to go 1, 2. There's double whammy there. Actually, I need to do this twice. Hold on. What I meant by running out of time. I forgot to do this when we passed it last time. We need to go down 1, but now we just did it again, so we need to go down another on our endurance. So we're down 2 on endurance. That's half the game done, and we haven't built a single pylon yet, and we got way more to go. I think I'm going to lose this, guys. Again, this is part of the replay value of the game. I'm discovering how to manipulate this. It's challenging. It's a puzzle. This game is very challenging. Anyway, we're going to collect our dice, and that is going to be the end of her actions. So that is it for her. She used up all her dice. She is ready to start to beef the dice up again, hopefully. But we got more to go. All right, well, that is going to be the end of this episode. Let me know what you think. This is a really challenging planet. I'm actually very surprised at how challenging this is. This is one from the base box. There's 2 planets in the base box. There's Winora and there's this one. I played Winora and I played a different planet. I played all 3 of the tasks in Winora. I played a couple task A's from a different planet, but I kind of wanted to do it in order, so I moved up to Grakkis. Now Grakkis, where I think Winora is a 1 challenge, Grakkis is a 2 challenge out of 4, which means this isn't the worst planet by far, not the hardest one by their estimation of difficulty. But as you can see, I still have to get all the way down here to build the other pylon. I mean, I don't even know how I'm going to do this in time. Especially now, I do have the ability now. Here's the good news. After she builds the pylon, wait, she didn't get the materials we need to do that. You know what? I'm gonna retro that back before it's too late. We did not move. We did not move up there. Yeah, we're gonna move up next turn after we gather the materials. And I can move Luna up there and pull her and not take the time. That's much smarter. Don't know why I thought about that. How would I use Luna? Which means I'm gonna need to also gather some more data, because I'm gonna need 2 data to build the pylon. But I want to use this thing and pull her. Pull Alice up there instead of move her up there. That would be much more effective from a time. Won't take 2 time then, which is crazy. Okay. Okay, now that's it. All right, we're good. You were probably freaking out when you saw what I was about to do there. I'm glad I caught that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope you're enjoying this. It is a little chaotic trying to figure this puzzle out. So any advice you have in the notes or anything, please let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it. I could certainly use the advice. Thanks so much. Take care, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Have a good evening.